Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I am doing this cute little owl box. I am going to pour the body of the owl in Eye Candy's rainbow blue. So I am going to get that all mixed up. Looks like it's going to be a pretty color. I have a little bit of resin already ready to go. I think I got this mold from the subscription box from Resin Mold Box. I just put 2 scoops of my mica powder in there. And I'm going to get that all stirred up and get that degassed. Give it a little spray of my alcohol. My sprayer is not working and cooperating. I'm going to go around in there with my finger, try to get into the ears, make sure no bubbles will get stuck in there. And I'm going to pour my rainbow blue into my mold. I'm not too sure what this little box is for. It has holes in the top of it, so maybe it could be used as a nightlight if you put some fairy lights in there or something. Or maybe just a little ring box. I don't know. I really need to try to get this cup scraped out because I don't think I made up enough resin for this. That figures. No amount of scraping is going to help me on this one. I am going to be short. All right, that's it for the blue. Let me get my top poured and then we'll go back and fill up the blue some more. For the top, I just wanted to use some crushed crystal and keep it clear. I thought having it see-through would be good for either way it's going to be used, either, a see-through ring box, little jewelry box, or if you're going to make it into a nightlight using some fairy lights. So keeping it clear I thought would be good. And of course you got to add a little sparkle into it with the crystal. All right, I have that all mixed up. I'm going to give it a spray of alcohol. Now I don't know if you can see, but the eyes have some holes on the side. So I want to make sure not to go over the little, what are those called? The little knobby things that are sticking up in the silicone. I don't know what they're called. But they have them around the eyes, so it leaves a hole, and around, I guess it would be the feathers in the body. It also has them. So I want to be careful with that. I go in with my dotting tool because I want to make sure to get any bubbles out of there, because especially around the eyes it's indented, so I want to make sure to go around the eye circle, go in the beak, and go in where those feathers are. So I want to just be as careful as possible as far as bubbles are concerned, because there's a lot of places that can hide in this one. And I do get a few bubbles that come up from the nose, but I give them a spray of alcohol and poke them with my dotting tool, so I'm able to get them out of there without too much of an issue. I'm just pouring in a little bit more resin, and I'm looking at it from the side. I'm trying to decide if I need to dome this or not, or if that risks going over the holes. So I'm trying to play it safe and not dome it like I would normally dome it. I could always poke the holes out afterwards with the Dremel if I needed to, if it went over too far. We'll see what happens. All right, so with my leftover resin, I am back with my rainbow blue, and I'm just going to mix up a little bit of mica into my resin and get that topped off, because definitely was not enough. My goodness, my dog is snoring up a storm. I'm sorry if you hear that in the background. Oh, wow. That's a tired dog. So I do 1 scoop of my mica powder. I really just needed the tiniest bit of resin to finish this owl body off. So I'm going to get that poured in there and get that set aside. Give it another squirt of alcohol when I'm done pouring, and then I'll find something else to put this blue into, because I will have some left over. So I will see you on demold. All right, and we are back. Let's get this little owl unmolded and see how it turned out. I love the color. Why does my hoodie always match my project? I have to stop doing that. All right, I will get this peeled back and get my fingers in there to break the suction. Give it a little twist and a little pull, and there we go. Turn my mold the right way out. And let's look at this. I got a little bit of overage. It's a little too soft. I'm not gonna be able to trim it too well right now. I'll have to wait for it to harden. All right, let's get the top out and see how the clear looks. This is still a little bendy, so I want to be careful. And I have an awful lot of little bits that need to come out for the holes. So I want to make sure I pull those out carefully so I don't break any of them off. And flip it upside down, lay it down flat. That'll probably be a lot easier to take it out that way. Just get my fingers in there and peel it back slow. Trying to be gentle, but also trying to get it out of there. There we go. All right. Got a little bit of trimming I need to do. The crystal looks good in there. The holes seem to have gone all the way through. Put this on the box. Oh wait, how's it go on the box? Oh, it fits like a puzzle. All right. I thought it was just laying on the box. But no, it fits like a puzzle. The wings hug it and hold it in place. I like that. That is adorable. I can feel the holes, so I know it worked. I like it. It looks good. All right, now I need a plan. I wasn't going to do anything at all, but I think it needs a little something around the eyes to give it some definition so it doesn't just all blend in together. And maybe at the feathers. So I'm going to break out my rhinestones and I'm going to just give it a little something. Now I had to use the smallest rhinestones possible on the eyes. I don't know what size they are. They're like the size of a pinhead. They're really tiny. That rim around the eye is tiny. So I think these will work good. And I'm going to use iridescent on it. So it will change color just a little bit depending on which way you hold it. And that way, if it gets used with some fairy lights inside, it'll reflect the color and sparkle. But it'll also give it not such a flat appearance if you're just looking at it with no lights on. I don't know if that even makes sense. In my brain it does at the moment. So let me get those rhinestones put around both eyes and I'll be back. All right, I think that looks good. Makes the eyes stand out a little bit. I didn't think you could see the eyeballs. Well, the outline of the eyeballs before. Now you definitely can. And let's get those feathers to stand out a little bit. I am taking an iridescent purple, blue, kind of flip-floppy color. And I'm going to put those on the feather tips. But I'm not going to cover up where the holes are because the holes are right underneath the curve in the feather. So just above that. I think that'll look good. I will get the rest of these put on and I will take a look and see what I think from there. I think that looks good. I wish I had some fairy lights to put in there just to take a look and really get a good idea. All right, the eyes don't look complete to me. I don't like how it's open there. So I am going to put in some yellow rhinestones on its beak and just close up those circles to make it look a little more finished. I think that looks better. Also, I think it needs some toes. So this little owl will have 3 little toes represented by some tannish colored rhinestones. And that's it. I'm done. I swear I'm done. It looks good. All right, here's some final pictures for you. Thanks for watching.